na wala tayong sakit, walang disability. Dito naman sa Altaultima, well, parang ganun. Iba naman yung gusto natin dito. Ang gusto natin yung youth. Hindi natin gustong tumanda. Kumbaga, okay lang sa atin na magkaroon ng maraming years, pero gusto natin yung katawan natin, yung itsura natin, parang bata pa rin. So the quest for the fountain of youth has been there since the birth of mankind. Parang lagi nating gusto na, walang may gustong tumanda. Gusto ng mga tao laging young and youthful and strong and beautiful. Okay? So, ang pinaka-obvious nating indicator ng beauty and ng youth is our outside beauty, and usually ang basis natin dyan sa skin. Sa skin mo nakikita kung yung person parang matanda na o hindi. Yung mga wrinkles, yung mga spot. Kaya minsan kahit 30s ka pa lang pero you're exposed to a lot of stress and sun, pag yung skin mo nag-wrinkle, hindi ka na mukhang 30. Isipin nila you're older, like 40s or 50s. And what we don't know about the skin, it's not just for beauty. It's actually the largest organ of the body with a total area of around 2 square meters. So parang siguro yung bed nyo, kasing laki niya pag nilatag mo doon, yung buong skin. And then it's the first line of protection from the environment. It helps regulate body temperature, and it's responsible for sensations of touch, heat, and cold. So ito yung basic structure niya. So the upper part is your epidermis. So nandyan yung melanocytes. Melanocytes are the cells that determine our skin color. Okay? And then the dermis, nandyan yung mga nerves natin, nandyan yung glands. And then the hypodermis is the fatty layer. Tapos nandyan din yung mga blood vessels and some nerves natin. Okay. Unfortunately, your youth and your skin will not last forever. Eventually, we will grow old. Okay. So, ang gusto natin is, as much as possible, we'd like to stay young. So what affects your skin? Number one, of course, is the sun damage. Here's a person na, napansin niyo yung left and right face niya. Yung left face niya sobra ng wrinkled. Yung right makinis pa. This guy is a truck driver. So yung left side, yun yung window side. So through the 30 years na he's been driving, yung exposure niya sa sun, mataas. Kaya yung side na naka-expose doon, naunang tumanda kesa sa right side. Okay, so that's one illustration of how sun damage affects our skin. So how do we solve that? Number one, of course, is to use an umbrella or any cover. You need to protect yourself from harmful sun rays. Apply sunscreen every hour. Sorry, typo. Every hour when exposed to the sun. Like pag nasa beach ka or you're doing running outside or you're doing anything on the playground. Use long clothes that provide most skin coverage when applicable. I know it's summer. I know it's not practical to have long clothes right now, but that's actually protection. And then choose the timing of your sun exposure. Before 9 a.m. is okay. Actually, before 8. If you want to bask under the sun, before 9 a.m. and after 4 p.m. would be the best times to do it. Between 10 and 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., these are the times when the sun is harshest. So you don't really want to expose yourself too much during those periods. Another factor is dehydration. So anong causes nito? Of course, sun exposure and weather, lalo na ngayon. Inadequate fluid intake. We're not drinking enough water. Physical exertion, of course, because you sweat a lot when you do that. And certain medications. If you have anything that's diuretic, if you're hypertensive, sometimes if the dose is not right or it has not been adjusted for a while, it can cause excessive urination, which can potentially lead to dehydration. How do we solve that? Of course, you drink water. You minimize unnecessary sun exposure. You drink lots of water and fluid. Have more water-rich fruits and vegetables. And avoid diuretics if you can. Don't just stop. Ask your doctor first. And of course, malnutrition, you're very familiar with this by now. This leads to uneven skin tone, dryness, itchiness, and flaking, skin hair loss, and poor wound healing. Ang causes nito is, of course, your poor diet. Your diet may be okay, but your digestion is poor and absorption is poor. And you have a bad lifestyle. And there are certain diseases that cause malnutrition also. Solution is eat healthy, improve your digestion. How do you improve your digestion? Just take more fruits and veggies, more fiber, more water, less processed food. Have a healthy lifestyle, meaning sleep well, exercise well, avoid vices like smoking and alcohol. And then consider supplementation because as we said earlier, the food cannot provide anymore everything that we need. Okay, good for us. Nature has already provided the solution for this. We're actually meant to, I think Mother Nature really intended us to be youthful. So there's this thing called collagen. Okay, it has a strong tensile strength, meaning it can resist breaking when stretched. It's the main component of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, bones, and teeth. It's responsible for skin strength and elasticity, and its deficiency leads to wrinkles and premature aging. So if you see anyone with sagging skin, chances are mababa yung collagen niya. Okay, so saan nanggagaling to? Naturally, you can get this from fatty fish, meat, like chicken, pork, and beef, egg whites, citrus fruits, and the red and yellow vegetables. Another natural product is coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. It's produced by the body, but it can be obtained from food. It's stored in the mitochondria for energy production. Mitochondria are the organelles. These are structures inside the cell that act like power generators. So the energy of the cells come from the mitochondria. CoQ10 serves the fuel for the mitochondria to produce energy. It also has antioxidant functions like vitamin C and E and reduces sun damage. And unfortunately, it decreases with age. Common sources are your organ meats, the liver, the kidneys, muscle meats like your steak and chicken breast fillet, fatty fish, certain vegetables like spinach, cauliflower, and broccoli, and some citrus fruits. And of course, hyaluronic acid. It binds with the skin proteins collagen and elastin and holds water to keep your skin moisturized. So if your skin is dry, chances are you don't have enough. And it also decreases with age. So in the first picture, you can see the young skin. Okay? The hyaluronic acid, these are the circles, they bind to the fibers. So it's well moisturized. With aging skin, you have less of that, so you have wrinkles coming in instead of just being a little smooth like this. Okay, so you get them from bone broth, soy-based food, root vegetables, citrus fruits, and leafy greens. And of course, antioxidants. Remember, antioxidants prevent cell damage or oxidative stress. Cell damage can also do damage to your skin, meaning your skin is also made up of cells. So if you have oxidative stress, your skin will also be affected. So antioxidants can help reduce the wrinkling and abnormal coloration of your skin if you have a lot of antioxidants. Common sources, of course, are basically your fruits and vegetables in general. Now, what is youth and beauty if you cannot perform? Meaning, yeah, you're attractive, but when it comes to action time or sexy time, what are you gonna do if you can't perform? Ang sad naman kung you have the looks and body of youth, but you're for display only, meaning no performance. So that's really not what we want. So kanina, remember yung sa youth, ang gusto natin, a long life, but we also want to be able to do activities. Walang disability, walang weakness, walang diseases. Unfortunately, there's a high prevalence of sexual dysfunction in both men and women. In men, we call it the erectile dysfunction, or the inability to keep erection, to start, sustain, and finish satisfactorily a sexual performance. For the female, it's called the female sexual dysfunction. It's basically the same: lack of sexual interest or willingness, um, failure to be aroused or unresponsive, or sometimes during the sexual activity itself, there's discomfort or pain. For the males, it occurs about 1 in 3 persons, so 33% of men would have it. For the women, it's a little higher at 43%. Good for us, there are natural solutions that we can run to. Okay, and one of them is Tongkat Ali. Okay, it enhances energy levels, endurance, and stamina of both males and females. It reduces occasional mental fatigue and stress. It increases the level of free testosterone. Ang testosterone kasi natin, merong nagsisirculate, merong nakabind sa proteins. Yung nakabind hindi nagagamit. So si Tongkat Ali, nire-release niya yun para we have more usable testosterone. And then Dong Quai, it's used for gynecological problems, so for women of reproduction. It's a tonic for both men and women, increases the effects of hormones in both men and women, and it acts as an aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac means it enhances sexual drive or libido. It's used in Chinese medicine to treat infertility. So it improves cell motility, sperm motility, morphology, and count. So this is usually given to couples who are trying to have a baby. And then Muirapuama, it's called the Viagra of the Amazon because basically that's what it does. It heightens the receptiveness to sexual stimuli, so parang mas excited, increases mental performance and physical stamina, and it helps with mental and physical fatigue, irritability, and headaches. So parang with this, mababawasan na yung excuse na pagod ako, masakit ang ulo ko, irritable ako, mga ganun. And then puncture vine, it mimics the effects of testosterone in humans. So para siyang added testosterone. It promotes nitric oxide. Nitric oxide promotes blood flow. Erection requires a good blood flow. Okay, increases stamina, and it is a known aphrodisiac. The saffron plays an important role in fertility and increases libido, so it's an aphrodisiac also. It can improve sexual function even in women with major depression. And then horny goat. In men, it prolongs erection by blocking PDE5. We said a while ago that Weprovide is the Amazon Viagra of the Amazon, but chemically, the horny goat acts more like the Viagra. It blocks the substance in the organ that makes it soft. So this keeps the erection longer. It boosts the transmission of nitric acid as a vasodilator to sustain erection. In women, it acts as phytoestrogen. So it's associated with decreased symptoms of menopause, including low libido and vaginal dryness. So it makes women a little more sexually excited. But we do not live by bread alone. Food alone is not enough. So although we have all these plants and herbs and fruits and vegetables that we've mentioned, we know now that food is less nutritious. Good food is not readily available. There's a higher demand for nutrients, and quality food prep and eating is not always practical. So supplementation really is recommended at this point. And the supplement we recommend, of course, is your Altaultima. So all those things that we mentioned kanina are in Altaultima. So for anti-aging, you have the collagen that keeps skin strong and elastic and prevent premature wrinkles. You have the CoQ10 for energy and repair. You have the pine bark. We also have that here. The pine bark is your source of hyaluronic acid, which is for keeping your skin hydrated and moisturized and prevents wrinkles and premature aging. And then the maki berry is our source of antioxidant. Antioxidant is for tissue repair, so you don't get aging and wrinkles. And then for stamina, which is basically your drive, okay, we have the Tongkat Ali, relieves stress and anxiety, boosts stamina and drive. Dongquai for fertility problems. It's also an aphrodisiac. We have the Muira Puama, the Viagra of the Amazon. It heightens receptiveness to sexual stimuli. The puncture vine, testosterone-like effects. Crocus, which is an aphrodisiac. That's the saffron. And then the epimedium extract as a natural phytoestrogen. Decrease symptoms of menopause. Prolongs erection in men. So this is another Viagra-like substance. And it boosts nitric oxide. We also threw in L-arginine. L-arginine is the precursor of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the neurotransmitter needed to have good blood flow for erection. So our recommended intake for this is 2 capsules upon waking up, 1 capsule 1 hour after lunch, 1 capsule before bedtime. So basically that's 4 capsules a day. But we take it in cycles of 3 days on and 1 day off, meaning first 3 days you take it, 4th day you stop. And then 5th day you start the 3 days again and then you stop. Okay, so it becomes a cycle. Paunawa, ang Altaultima ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Thank you.